Hey there, everyone. We're going to be talking about the shared responsibility payment. This is a topic that I want to do a video about partially because it's a special topic that affects a lot of people in this country, but it's also one I don't know. I don't want to say know a whole lot about, but it's something that I had to teach myself in order to do this video. Up to this point, if I wasn't using tax software, so I was only using fillable forms, I refused to do anyone's return who didn't have healthcare coverage. That said, I did get it. We entered my friend's information into TurboTax's self-employment income to get this shared responsibility payment, and then we did the rest of fillable forms. But that said, the shared responsibility payment is from the Obama administration. It's a kick in the ass to make you get health care coverage. And I don't want to take a political stance with these videos, but that said, there's a case for and against this. I was talking to a taxpayer tonight who she didn't have health care coverage. I told her, well, there's a penalty for that, and she said, I don't care. I refuse to pay for health care coverage. If I pay enough for my prescriptions already, and if I go to see a doctor, I'm gonna pay $25 for that visit. Okay, that's better than paying $300 or $400 a month. Okay, I'm just doing my due diligence. So, on the topic of the shared responsibility payment, this is line 61 in the other tax section of the Form 1040. It's a little convoluted, and so we'll be talking about when you need to file this, and then how the amount is figured, calculated. So first and foremost, and this is something that I just learned doing this, if you didn't have healthcare coverage, flat out, whether or not coverage would have been deemed affordable, you do not have to do this if you don't have to file. So if you don't meet a filing threshold for the amount of money you made, so if you're single and you get your exemption, I should say, if you're a dependent of someone, whoever you're a dependent of is responsible for your payment, your shared responsibility payment. If you had less than $10,350 worth of income, taxable income, $10,350, so your exemption for $4,050 and your standard deduction of $6,300 wipes it out. You do not need to pay for the shared responsibility payment. Okay. I was about to say something that I wanted to talk about, but I'm trying to remember what that was. If it comes back to me, I'll bring it up again. So let's say you have to file. You made $40,000 here. I'm going to be going over an example from the IRS's website. Alright, the example. You configure your shared responsibility payment using the worksheet, including the instructions for Form 8965 Healthcare Coverage Exemptions. Tax preparation software can also help you calculate your payment when filing electronically. When you're figuring out your shared responsibility payment, make sure you use the correct percentage amount to calculate the payment. Alright, example 1. Jim, who made $40,000 last year. Jim, an unmarried individual with no dependents, does not have minimum essential coverage for any month during 2016 and does not qualify for an exemption. I remember what I was going to say now. You need to figure out if your state's healthcare coverage meets the requirements for shared responsibility. What does that mean? If you, for example, Minnesota, any state-sponsored healthcare coverage meets the federal guidelines for a qualifying plan. Medica, for example. Some states that's not the case, and you may still owe for a shared responsibility payment. It's important to look into your if you do get coverage through the state, whether it qualifies or not. Okay. All right. So Jim, who made $40,000, no dependents. We first subtract out his $10,350 worth of income. Sorry, his exemption and his deduction from his income, and that gives us $29,650. 2.5% of that is $741.25. Remember, with the IRS, we round to nearest dollar, so $741. Jim's flat dollar amount is $695. Jim's annual national average premium for bronze level coverage for 2016 is $2,676, because $741.25, or 2.5% of his taxable income is so $741 is greater than $695, but it's less than $2,676. Jim's shared responsibility payment for 2016 is $741, or $62 per month for each month he does not have coverage. 1/12 of 741 equals $61.77. Jim will make his shared responsibility payment for the months he did not have coverage when he files his 2016 income tax return. That's important. If you meet the minimum essential coverage, it's prorated based on the number of months that you had coverage. So let's say you lost your job in September and you didn't get healthcare coverage until December. You'll pay for October and November. Let's say January, so that we don't get so we don't qualify for an exemption from it. Another example is married couple with 2 children, $70,000 income. Eduardo and Julia are married and have 2 children under 18. They do not have minimum essential coverage for any family member for any month during 2016 because they don't believe in healthcare coverage. And no one in the family qualifies for an exemption. You know, I say doesn't believe it, I mean non-religiously. They just don't want to pay for it. For 2016, their household income is $70,000 and their filing threshold is $20,700. To determine their payment using the income formula, subtract $20,700 filing threshold, that's their filing threshold, from $70,000. That equals $49,300. 2.5% of $49,300 is $1,232.50. Eduardo and Julia's flat dollar amount, so this is the minimum or the maximum that a family will pay, is $2,085, or $695 for adult and $347.50 per child. The total is $2,085. The flat amount in 2016. The family's annual national average premium for bronze level coverage for 2016 is $10,704, or $2,676 times 4, because $2,085 is greater than $1,232.50 and is less than $10,704. Eduardo and Julia's shared responsibility payment is $2,085 for 2016, or $173.75 per month. For each month the family is uninsured. 1/12 of 2,085 is $173.75. that was a lot of math there that I know a lot of you didn't understand. So, but there's one thing I want to draw attention to in there. 2.5% of their taxable income would have been, where did that go? 2% was $2,676. Okay. Because that was greater than $2,085, which is the cap for families. If your income doesn't exceed it, you that's what they owe to the the cap for families is $2,085. If 2.5% of their income had exceeded, let's see, actually, Brownsville Courageous 10,000s. Points for most filers. If you don't make more than $10,000, sorry, let me rephrase that. If you don't meet, if 2.5% of your taxable income isn't 10%, isn't $10,000, you're gonna pay a maximum of $2,065 for the shared responsibility payment. Takeaway I want you from this video be get healthcare coverage. It's very well possible that during the next administration this tax will be repealed. And if that's the case, well, you won't have to worry about getting healthcare coverage. That said, do you really want to be without healthcare coverage?